Srila Swami Prabhupada, the Calcutta-born Indian missionary, came to United States in 1965, and this is the beginning. He translating from Bengali to English Bhagavad Gita and many other scriptures from Vedas and Sanskrit to English.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Gurave Gaurachanda Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Shri Nandanandanam Bande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopijana Samayuktam Brindavanam Manoharam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare.
How Hare Krishna consciousness can help the people to find themselves, to find peace in this world? What is the recipe of Hare Krishna consciousness?
So we believe soul has an eternal nature, inherent dharma. Means it cannot be taken away from the soul, it's always there. No. Just like a seed, entire tree is manifest in the seed, but you can't see it. So the soul has an eternal perfect nature as a servant of the Supreme Lord Krishna. But now that eternal nature has become covered. So instead of identifying with the soul's nature, now we're identifying with the nature of the material mind and the material body. That's why no one's happy.
Looks like it's very hard for the humans to separate the spiritual development and they more focus in material world.
Actually, we believe the Vedas describe there's 8,400,000 different species of life. Jalajanava lakshanam stavaram lakshabim sitkrimyo sankaridiko pakshinam dasalakshanam Trinksa Lakshani Pasava Chatur Lakshani Madhava. This is from the Padma Purana. So there's 900,000 type of fish species, aquatics, 2 million type of plants, 1 million type of birds, 1,100,000 type of four-legged animals, and 2 million type of insects. But human being is the best for spiritual life. So it said this human form of life is the only form of life in which one can practice spiritual life. Because in the lower planets, in the lower species, the soul is so much covered they cannot practice spiritual life at all. And in the higher planets, there's so much material enjoyment there, they also have no inclination to spiritual life. But human being is considered the best, especially here on earth. Because here is not too much suffering, not too much enjoyment. So the Vedas describe the human form of life is like the boat to cross the ocean of birth and death. So human being is the only species which can make that distinction between matter and spirit.
So you said about all these different kind of species we have in the planet Earth. What about outside of this planet, in our universe?
Sure. So the Vedas describe this universe like we are only one universe, right? And there's millions and millions of universes. So in every universe, there's 14 levels of consciousness, right? Chodalok, it's called in Sanskrit. 14 levels. So human being, we're in the middle. Here is called Bhu-lok. Bhu means earth. But above us, there's 7. Bhuvaha-lok, Swarga-lok, they call heaven. Janalok, Tapalok, Mahalok, and the topmost Tapalok, then the topmost planet of called Brahmalok or Satyalok. So as we go up, as consciousness develops, as we go up, but beneath us is also another 7. So as consciousness becomes degraded, then one takes birth in the lower 7 planetary systems. But human being is considered the best for material life, like I said, because here is not too much enjoyment like in the celestial planets, and here is not too much ignorance like in the lower planets. But the Vedas describe 14 planetary systems.
You've been in many places in this planet. I mean, Europe, Africa, Asia.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. And you talk and met with many people, different kind of people, different races, different beliefs. Do you think that the consciousness of people start awakening? Do you think that?
Well,
Generally, yeah.
generally no.
No.
Actually, I find generally consciousness of humans is going down because so much sinful activity, so much meat eating, so much like drug addiction, alcoholism, prostitution, abortion, all these things. So theft, war. So I actually find people are becoming more and more degraded as this time goes on. But also on the other hand, there is also a great awakening also. Like, 50 years ago there were no vegetarians. Who heard of vegetarian 50 years ago? But now it's quite common, and like because we're Hare Krishnas, right? Since the last 50 years, Hare Krishna now in every town, every village, most people have heard of Krishna. There's so much interested in yoga and meditation, great awakening. So on one hand there is some awakening, but the general mass of people I feel are going down. Ramo Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo.
And I have also the book, the Bhagavad Gita from Srila Prabhupada.
Right.
And actually I'm very impressed with this man. He
Yes.
changed the world.
Yes.
I mean, that was just in the 70s, right?
Yeah, he would sleep 1 hour a night. And he would translate 8, 9, 10 hours a day, just translate all these books from Sanskrit and Bengali into English, and from English to all languages of the world. He did a great service for the world, a great
Yeah.
service.
In your biography, you said that your spiritual teacher is one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada's guru was Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. No?
Yeah, that's
So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's first disciple was Bhakti Pragyan Kesav Goswami Maharaj. And our Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, is disciple of him. So not direct disciple of Prabhupada, but like indirect.
I mean, the second generation.
Second generation.
Yeah.
Not second generation, maybe like 27th generation.
Okay. What you learn from this great man, your teacher, the spiritual?
Everything. Many people speak but don't follow. No?
Yeah.
Their words and their actions are different. But our Gurudev, everything he spoke, he himself did.
Yeah.
So for that reason, his personality, everything was very astonishing. Actually, it's his birthday on Monday.
Huh.
We're opening our new temple on next week, on the same Monday.
Where?
Just here in San Isidro.
Oh, here.
Just here. That's what we're all doing here, no?
Oh, nice.
Making this. So we got a building. Finally, we got a building, and we're opening it on Monday.
Unfortunately, I'm leaving.
That is bad luck.
Next time when I'm
Next
back.
time you come and visit.
Yeah, sure.
But we learned so much from him because, like everything we speak, we learned from him. But he is not independent. He also learned all his knowledge from his guru. And his guru learned from his guru. His guru learned from his guru. So guru is not some independent personality. He's also, he's representing the message of the previous teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So from him we learned everything. No?
Do you have any recipe or idea, suggestion, message to the world? How we can make this planet more peaceful and people more to like more each other, to not kill each other?
As long as we don't know who we are, we'll always see someone as opposition or someone to be exploited. No? The problem in the material world is everyone has so much lust, so much desire to enjoy, to exploit. Therefore, people are using the environment and people are using other people as objects of their enjoyment. No? From that comes, like if I want to enjoy and you want to enjoy, then there immediately comes competition. If someone has more enjoyment than us, then we become envious, right? If someone's weaker than us, then we'll exploit them, punish them, cheat them, crush them to get something from them. So as long as people are absorbed in so much lust, so much desire to exploit, there will be friction in this world. So a simple message, the soul is not an enjoyer. The soul is not an exploiter. All souls are servants. No, therefore we should treat each other with that relationship. I am servant of Krishna, you are servant of Krishna, so all are like brothers and sisters. So if we forget our common heritage, then there'll always be friction. So, simple message, everyone just try to serve God. So we believe the Vedas do not instruct us too much to bother changing the environment. No, we believe in changing, if we change ourselves first.
From inside.
From inside. We change ourselves, then automatically our vision of the world will become perfect. So actually we believe the world is perfect as it is. There's nothing to change.
Yeah.
Because everything controlled by God. So it doesn't need my 5 cents to adjust anything. So we believe don't waste the time too much adjusting the world, just try to adjust ourselves.
One by one.
One by one.
I remember the message of Srila Prabhupada. I love this man. I remember that he said that the most simple way to develop conscious, just repeating Hare Krishna mantra. It's super simple to do that. And he started in the 70s when the hippie 60s, okay, when the hippie movement was more popular. So many people enjoying and singing with him and chanting with him. How is today?
That time, Prabhupada created a real revolution there, a real revolution. He actually said, this is the revolutionary movement to change a misguided society. So I think, because I'm a full-time monk, right, I always live, but big changes, people these days, not that time in the 60s and the 70s, people would give up everything and join the temple and fully dedicate for the missionary activities, dedicate for the benefit of others. But these days we cannot find that spirit so much. I think that is a big difference. I know it's probably not a very good answer, but that's all I could think of.
No, it's a very good answer.
But that difference is there. Before people would really dedicate and give their full energy to it. But now we see, for whatever reason, that spirit is not there.
Well, thank you very much for your time. And I'm happy that I meet you, all of you. And I appreciate your work. And I believe that many people appreciate your work and sacrifice.
Okay. I think a good step, because a good first step, people should become vegetarians. This is a nice first step for everyone. Are you're vegetarian yet?
Not yet. I would like to be.
Then start today.
Many people say I'm starting tomorrow and they never start.
Right. We say a bad thing you should do later, but a good thing you should do now.
I know that, I know. It's about conscious, I think.
Because the Vedas say Aha Sudha, Sattva Sudha. If your eating is pure, then your consciousness is pure.
I know.
If your eating is not good, then how can you think anything proper or behave properly?
Yeah.
So this is we're not trying to make the world vegetarians, but for the common man, this is a very important first step.
Yeah, and I completely understand that, but everything is about personal understanding. Like you say, we have to change inside. So if we have this conscious and if we really understand the meaning of the life and the purpose of our life, then probably it will be easier to become a vegetarian and much more peaceful people.
Yes, our religion is very simple. Taste for the chanting of the names of Krishna, compassion for others, and service to the devotees.
Yeah.
Simple thing. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Together. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol.
Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Go Nityananda Prabhu ki
Jai.